Hey, my beautiful angel, it's Juicy Grouse, and welcome to Soul Awakening channel. This video is about psychic protection and what to do if you are around people or situations, events that will make you feel like, well, something is wrong, negative energy, maybe exchange of words that you do not know how to react. I want to give you five super effective ways of psychic protection that will help you in any situation, whatever you are dealing with, whatever negative situation, whatever negative conversations or interactions you may have with people. These five important ways are going to help you. And I've been using these are my foundation. That these five steps are the everything that I've learned over now 15 years of my psychic work as a medium and also channel and communication with this in this world, in the world of the spirit, requires you to pay extra attention to energy, and learning how to protect yourself is your job. It's your responsibility to pay attention to yourself, what's happening within you when you are facing difficult problems, difficult people, difficult situations. And always about knowing what's going on, knowing how to respond, knowing what to do. So let's get started. First and foremost, psychic protection, it's not about the state of restriction. You know, I feel threatened. I want to shrink. I want to become smaller. I want to become invisible. I want to hide. I want to disappear from this planet. It's really about you knowing, okay, something is taking my energy. The key word is energy. If you are if you feel like energy is leaving your body, you feel exhausted, maybe a little nervous, a little anxiety, this is your sign something is going on with your energy. Knowing that you are in control of your energy will put you in a different game. You will take your power back. You're not going to suffer. You're not going to be afraid. And you'll do the right thing. It's always about knowing what to do with your energy, not someone else's energy, but with your own energy, how to respond to situations, and how to create an inner state and lifestyle that will automatically, first, you will not attract people that drain you, period. Once you know how to protect yourself energetically, how to build your own strong energy body, then you'll find that there's no need for you to always be on alert. It's just like your own state protects you. So let's get started. First and foremost, releasing emotional attachments to things and people. What you will find, if you are emotionally attached to a certain point of view, or maybe it's a feeling, or maybe it's something important for you, could be a relationship, could be finances, anything that you are emotionally attached to will be tested, because that's kind of how in the energy world, the forces that feed on external energy, they are looking for subjects that are emotional and they're emotionally attached. So, and this is not an easy process, but I promise you, this is one thing. If you understand this one point, your life is going to change. Why do we lose energy? Why do we put ourselves in situations when people are sending us negative energy, when people are not communicating with us the way that we want? It's because we are emotionally hooked on something. Okay? We are emotionally attached to fill the blank. So, understanding that our emotions is the name of the game. Less emotional attachments we have in our lives, there's nothing for these forces to grab onto. There's nothing, there are no buttons that can be pressed. There's no strings in your energy body that can be pulled in many different directions. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, like, yay, I'm not attached to anything. But I promise you, the moment you develop attachments, the moment you want things to go your way, the moment you try to control a situation, the you will experience the opposite effect. And often we feel like it's the outside world that presents challenges. It's the other people that hate us, or there's something's wrong with the other person. They're so hateful, or they're just so negative. But we often forget that it's us, it's our attachments that create these situations. Other people feeling us in some way, and they're connecting with us again, energetically, emotionally, and they're trying to get to the source of that energy. Now, we will always have attachments. That's the paradox of life. That's how in this world we're suffering because of our attachments. At the same time, we'll always have them. But once we're clear that our attachment to the outcome, our need things to be a certain way, we want something or we feel lack of something, and that means we are already creating this emotional vacuum that will attract from all places people who will feed on your attachments, will feed on your need or lack of something. Now, I've learned this again, and with the spirit work that I've been doing, I've understood if I have if I want things to be manifested in a certain way, I demand, or I really am focusing on something, it becomes harder and harder along the way, because somehow these balancing forces, what we call the opposite forces, the forces what we call the negativity, are going to be attracted in order to release the attachments. If you cannot release the attachments, the point of someone else hating us, or the point if someone is cursing you, and you feel like if you are doing great, but then all of a sudden they're haters. There are people who don't like you, or they're just trying to sabotage you or saying something negative to you, and you feel like, "Oh, why is this happening to me?" It's because remember, you are emotionally attached to whatever life you are living right now. There's too much emphasis, significance, and attachments. Okay. And when we stop holding on to, we find ourselves less and less dependent on the opinions of other people. Whatever people say, it will not be affecting us. We won't say, like, it won't be bothering us. Why? Because we live in the world when we don't have the emotional attachments. There's not one thing or event that is controlling us. And because we don't have attachments, other people's negative energy sent our way has no substance. There's no place for it to stick. Breaking through the emotional attachments is the first step to healing. Okay, breaking through attachments to our past events, past circumstances, when we feel like, okay, something was absolutely horrible happened in my past, and maybe I'll need that event in my life so I can define myself through that event. And I promise you, anything that you attach to in the past, in the present, or in the future, whatever is controlling you, is going to attract negative forces that is going to create chaos, that are going to create instability and make you vulnerable. And the whole point of this happening is that you're not trying to attach yourself to anything. Okay, be open to everything and attached to nothing. This is really, it's wisdom that we can all learn from. So that's number one, just knowing that you don't own anything. I did a consultation a few days ago with someone who is trying to sell the house, and she's so in the space of need. I just need this. I just need this to happen. I sell this house, my time, and I'm looking forward to it. I need the money. I need this event. I need to move. She's so attached to this one thing that she attracts out of nowhere these strange obstacles, strange events, and things are just cloudy. So, and it's because the less attached you are to the outcome, the faster thing will go for you. The less you're attached to the outcome, there's no need for these opposing, hateful, negative forces to be attracted to you. All right. One of the things that really helped me to get through really, really hard times is to know, and especially when I was dealing with negativity coming from other people, it was real. It wasn't something that I imagined. It was real, but I knew that, and get through my work with the spirit world, I'm well aware that one day I'm going to die. This is so clear to me. My mortality is whenever this day happens, but I'm also aware that nothing is permanent. This body is not permanent. This mind, this is who I think I am, is only a temporary expression of that energy that is divine. And I am okay with whatever situation is, even if I lose everything, even if everything is lost. Okay, for the soul, there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to hold on to. And I promise you, the moment you release these attachments in the face of something that is true, right? So our mortality is something absolutely true. Then you stop worrying, okay? You stop being hurt. You stop accepting things, painful things as a punishment. None of that matters because in the greater reality of life, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing is permanent. Things that are yours today are someone else's tomorrow. So that releases us from a lot of struggles and painful things and events that we go through, that we put ourselves through. Less attachments. Release the attachments, and I promise you, there will be less and less need for you to defend yourself psychically. Number two, one of the greatest gifts that we learn from beings such as angels and spiritual teachers, spiritual teachings, is the way for you to respond to anything that's happening in the world around you. Whether you're going through a great time, it's about emotionally becoming in control with the way that the outside world, situations, people just show up in your life. If something great happens, you respond. If something negative happens, you respond. You become less and less and less reactive. And being reactive is the first thing that is going to signal these negative people, negative forces, okay, party time, party time. So you'll find the more you are in control of the way that you express yourself, you're not reactively constantly, just pulling people or trying to predict events or immediately, just tell the world how you think or how you feel. If you begin to respond in any situations, your loved one, they may be just in a bad mood and then they can say something to you and you'll be like, yeah, and you just pour all of your pain upon them and everything you wanted to say from the beginning of time about this relationship, bam, here you are, hear everything. Being reactive is is the trigger for the negative energy. Response takes you back to your consciousness. Being responsive takes you back to that light. Light responds. Okay, negative energy reacts. So when we react, we literally following the path of negative energy in the very simple way said. When we follow our light, we learn to respond because we see bigger reality, we see a bigger picture. We don't live on the surface of things. We are not puppets on the strings of these negative forces that want us to react. They want us to constantly be in the state of defensiveness. When you respond, you release the bond, you give light, divine consciousness, angels space to come and to protect you, to give you wisdom, to give you some understanding of what needs to be done, what needs to be said in this moment. This is so important. Being responsive is just being in the flow of life. Being reactive means turning around and trying to pedal against the current of life, moving the wrong way. So if you want legit psychic protection, it's about taking your time to respond and then go into the state of being neutral. Neutrality. Nothing is good or bad. Nothing is wrong or right, negative or positive. It's always about the way we see things. It's always about the way that we communicate our needs. So being able to respond is the best way for you to start creating the shield of true psychic protection. You can have lots of crystals. You can do lots of smudging with sage. You can call upon angels. You can say many, many things. But if you are reacting, that doesn't do anything for you. All external tools only work if you are. If you are in the level of your consciousness are elevated. So then they play that role of being elevated around you. Other than that, all of your crystals and things that protect you are just glass. They will not serve you. Your inner state is what protects you. These things can enhance you. They can do an amazing job of helping you, but they cannot help you unless you're willing to create around you the field, the space for these crystals, for these beautiful tools to protect you. Okay, moving on. Number 3, you need to have a relationship with higher power. You don't need to do anything. Just having a relationship with higher power is what I have learned on my path, is a way to truly become a partner in life. So higher power, whatever that means for you, could be, you call it God, maybe you call it well, Jesus, or any specific deity or divine source that you were connected to. Having a relationship with that power gives you energy. It gives you something that you cannot just gain from anywhere else, from taking walks in nature, or from eating food or any other physical activity. Having your relationship with higher power, it's you relying on something bigger than yourself. Is you are now in communication with the energy that you cannot see, you cannot touch, but it's built on faith. It's built on something that is not tangible. And trusting that power it's not an easy thing, right? Because in a physical world, we want we want to see things, right? We want to touch things. We want to be able to manipulate and control things. When there's some higher power, then you're like, where is it? Why? Like, how does it work? What if it doesn't show up? If I'm calling upon it, if I'm asking this higher power to come and help me, what if it's not showing up? But here's the thing, it's about giving that power a place in your life and committing to every day to certain things like prayer. Maybe it's doing a certain rituals. Okay, let's say if you're Catholic, it could be, well, daily prayers or whatever. If um you may just do a work of charity or something else that would connect you to that higher power, make it more personal. and building that relationship day by day by day. And then you'll find that with time, once your faith grows stronger, it grows stronger every day. You have more trust, you have more connection with that higher power. Then the questions of psychic protection become irrelevant. It's almost like you understand that you're part of the divine plan. You're not random here. This is not a random life. This is not a random universe. This is not just you trying to navigate a little boat in this ocean of life. You're actually guided, and you are on big spaceship called Earth, and this Earth is moving and going its own way, and we all have a purpose here. We all have a place here. So it's now becoming less concerned with what I'm here. What should I be afraid of? But what is there that I can just release these fears and actually live with more openness, more joy, more connection with that higher power. So having your own relationship with higher power is a way for you to not to think about protection, because in any way the divine plan is working in your life. Everything that happens for a reason, and you cannot see it from this perspective unless you realize that you're part of that divine plan, that you're part of that divine arrangements that are happening for your good. Everything happens for your own good. Divine energy is on your side. Everything is playing for you to be better, to be wiser, to be stronger, for your soul to grow. Everything is on this path because you live in the supportive world. This is the world where you are fully supported and fully guided. And that requires you a commitment to that relationship with higher power. Okay? Number 4, bless everyone on your path. Many years I did a video about how to remove curses and the way that people treat you in a negative way. And I talked about the power of blessing. I cannot tell you how many people have responded to that video saying this was like the most powerful insight. So every time you get triggered, remember it's a test. It's a test. The way for you to catch yourself, it could be just a fraction of a second. If you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts, or let's say you're looking for a relationship, right? If you're lonely, this was a real example from one of my clients. When she said, well, I'm by myself, I feel lonely, but I also I don't know how to connect with people on that soulmate level. When I go outside, I see people sometimes holding hands and kissing, and that hurts me, because I don't have that in my life. So I find myself being resentful of these people and sending them negative energy. And just, I don't even do it consciously. It's just the way that I express my unhappiness. I don't like to be alone, and something is missing in my life, and I don't have a way of having that soulful connection, which I deeply, deeply crave. So unconsciously, I'm sending negative thoughts. And here is the guidance that I received many, many, many years ago, and this is what I've told a lot of people in a similar situation. If you want to attract anything in your life, if you want to be psychically protected, bless it. Bless it. Whatever triggers you, whatever produces negative thought, out of whatever feeling, jealousy, insecurity, doubt, fear, whatever, bless it. Bless it. Something triggers you and you begin to feel negative thoughts. Bless the heck out of it. Just bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. What you're doing, you're actually, whatever negative energy you would attract by negative thinking, by sending out all these negative vibes, that you are now neutralizing this energy. You are not creating any more. There's no more drama, because whenever you send out any negative thought, it's going to come back to you. And it's going to bring friends. It's going to create chaos. You don't want that. The way for the moment you catch yourself being in the state of insecurity or someone else doing better than you, someone else has what you don't have. So the way for you to neutralize, because you know you are going to pay the price, is to respond, instantly respond, but also bless. God bless you. Blessings, blessings. This is a good thing. This is a great thing. This is a beautiful thing. This is amazing because you know this is a test. Okay, there is some forces that want to trigger you. There are some forces that want to feed on your insecurity. And they're just like, yes, we want to be there, but you're like, no way. Bless, bless, bless. And whatever you bless, you are going to create that too, right? If you're sending out blessings, guess what you're going to receive? The blessings. And the blessings are going around, will go around the world and bring you friends and bring you some good things. It's about being conscious, and it's about knowing, feeling, being aware of what's going on within you, your own internal energy, and how the energy manifests. Then it's a done deal. You don't have to worry about anything. Just blessings. Blessings. I bless you. I don't like someone. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. This is my best protection right now. I'm protecting myself because there's some negativity that wants to play with me. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And finally, the fifth way of psychic protection, this is powerful, is to meditate. Okay, meditation in my own experience of life, and then so many people that I worked with, being a meditator, it's not just you sitting and you're in a Zen world and disconnected from this reality. It allows your energy to recharge. Okay, less mental activity. Do you know how much energy the mental activity is taken? Mental activity, your brain takes enormous amount of energy. And when you begin to see, okay, my mind, my thoughts, they're running this thing called me, it's just depleting me of energy. If you are depleted energetically, you are vulnerable. Okay, you are vulnerable. Think of, an animal in the wild who gets hurt, right? And that animal is now vulnerable because anything can catch it. Anything that's stronger, runs, faster, is going to be, that animal is a lot more vulnerable to begin with. So when we are depleting ourselves energetically through constant thinking, overthinking, if you are consuming energy on the internet, if you're watching constantly, maybe things on YouTube, maybe it's always you need to consume information. You do not let your brain recover and reset. It's just like processing, running information that will deplete you. It will cause your body, your energy field to be more vulnerable to external forces. And it's a lot easier for you when you're in a state of meditation. That's it. You're slowing down your brain. You're slowing down the frequencies of your brain. And that puts the body into recovery mode. So when you can recover your energy, you can become a lot more clear in your thinking. You begin to pay attention consciously to what's going on in your body, in your mind. And then this is absolute, in my experience, meditation it's like, if I take shower every day, and I know that the same way meditation does it for me, it clears my mind. It prepares me for the day. It makes me a lot more grounded in the way that I am in this world, in the way that I meet people. I'm much more responsive, rather than reactive. But it takes at least, half an hour every morning of really going to a really quiet place in my mind. Really quiet place. And if your mind is racing, you need to double up on that time. Okay, if your mind is racing, if you are in a space where you're constantly thinking, you don't know how to think, first of all, you need to ground that energy. You need to do something physical with your body. There's too much information and there's not enough action in the body. So for you, take walks out in nature. Start there, exhaust your body. Let your body ground all of that information, and then consume less. If you're consuming something, let it be something of value, something that you can learn, something that you can actually use in your life, rather than just being consuming negative news or things that are just like World War III, or all the things that are, ETs are coming to destroy us, and all of that stuff that is going to put a lot more pressure on your brain. You are going to pay the price. You know that the brain is going to be turned on. It's not, it wouldn't stop thinking. It wouldn't just stop. It wouldn't pause. And then as a result, you will have to deal with the consequences of depleting your energy with time. So we in the world of information, our brains are still, we aren't made for to absorb all of that information. Our brains have not developed that capacity yet. We overload ourselves with unnecessary information everywhere, and that puts you into that space of being vulnerable. When you're calm, when your body is in alignment with your soul energy, right? When you're much more on the spirit side than the body side, which means that you are aware of things that are happening around you. You're not just living, just being on this lower frequency of survival, that you're just becoming more of who you are, which is the endless infinite soul, infinite being. So meditation is the must. So these are the tools of psychic protection that I know will work for you. I know that they're so powerful, and they have a potential of absolutely transforming your life. I hope this was of service to you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Be well, be blessed. If you want me to do a video on a specific topic, put it in the comments below. Love you guys. I'll chat with you in the next video. Bye.